Have a day, everybody. Welcome back. Hello, Guahan. Hello, world. It's good to be back again for another episode of the Social Progress Effects, Guam style. I'm your host, C. Ray Says, and I'm happy to introduce everybody coming in. Buenas Hafade. Boom, boom, boom. Alright guys, I'm super nervous right now. I'm not even gonna lie. All the ups you guys see, I'm gonna tell you guys about the downs right now. I'm trying to do the lives a little bit different and the interviewing a little bit different, so I'm going to later upload it into alternate platforms, and I'm just trying to make it sound and look like it's been recorded. Whew! Compared to live. So bear with me here. I'm gonna wait for our guest speaker, whoop whoop, to get on here. Yes. Anita. Hi, love. Robert. Buenas and Huffaday. Hello, lovelies. I think my phone is freezing here. I'm going to give it a second. It's kind of lagging. Let me know if you guys are hearing a lag on the other end. We're going to be testing this out, guys. Huff a day, everybody. Kai in the house. Kai, there we are. Woo! Alright, so I'm going to get my girl on. Alicia, hello, hello. Much love. Hey.
Hi.
Hello.
Is it lagging a bit?
We haven't talked in so long. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. I was just mentioning, as I was telling you guys earlier, that this is my first time coming on. I'm trying to do it a little bit different. So excuse me and bear with me if you guys see me kind of talking like we're on the podcast. Huff a day, everybody. Hello, hello. Thank you guys for coming in. We're just going to get started. I just wanted to say huff a day to hello, everybody. Hello to the world. Welcome back to another episode of the Social Progress Effect, Guam style. So I'm your host, Guam Social Progressor, and I'm happy to introduce our first guest in the new month of October, Pitbull Empire Guam's Miss Voluptuous 2020-2021, Kai Santos.
Hi.
Hi, Kai. How are you feeling about the interview?
I'm super excited and super nervous at the same time.
Yes, exactly. Me as well. Can you tell the people a little bit about yourself?
Hi, everybody. My name is Kai. I'm Miss Voluptuous Pacific 2020-2021. I'm 26 years old. Don't tell anybody that. I'm from Guam, from the village of Zotnya. I have 2 kids, a boy and a girl. And I'm super excited to be here. It's such an honor. Thank you for having me.
Of course, of course. Take space to just appreciate everybody for putting this live together. Of course, Pitbull Empire, Anita Rubber, and then Kai for being our first guest in the month of October. I just want to thank you for sharing your life testimony, your advice, and your experiences with us in hopes to share it with the world and push it towards just global social progression. So I just wanted to give everybody a heads up once again. I am trying to do things a little bit differently. So I am a little bit nervous, but I do want to utilize the interviews on alternate platforms. So you guys will kind of hear us saying different things. And I also wanted to remind you guys to utilize the question box down below to dig deeper and really ask questions to Kai, along as she's telling her story, as well as myself, if you would like, and we can just kind of get started. So, Kai, why was it important? Why did you feel like it was important for you to come on and do the interview based off of what you knew like it was?
Well, for me, I wanted to do this interview because what we're going to talk about is really important to me. I feel that the things that I went through as a teen, there's a lot of teens on Guam and younger kids, sadly, that are going through or went through what I went through. And I just want them to all know that they're not doing this alone. They didn't do it alone. They're not the only ones who are going through whatever it is they went through. And I want them to know that the system works, the state works for them. Guam, this works for them. The CPS program, as slow as it is, it does work for them. They work for you, and I want the whole Guam to understand that they work hard, and a lot of the times they don't get appreciated for what they've done. And I just want them to all know, all the teens to know that they're working so hard for you guys. You may not feel it now, you may not see it now, but in the future, when you're older and you understand, like myself, you will know that they did everything they could for you, for a better life for you. And at least you weren't on the streets. You know, like there's so many kids in the States or in the UK that don't have a bed to sleep on, but you had a bed, don't have food, but you had food, don't have clothes. Even if you had clothes that were donated to you by other people, at least you had fresh, clean clothes on compared to people that have been wearing the same clothes for days, months even. So I just wanted to share my testimony on what I went through when I was a ward of the state and how I am now compared to what I could have been without the state, without Guam, without the CPS workers, without Sanctuary, without DYA, without Guam. It truly took an island to raise me. It took the whole island to raise me, and I'm so fortunate that I had that. And I want people to know that, yes, it does work. Just be patient.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much, Kai, for your response. I really want to again thank you for just holding space, for coming on, for sharing your again life testimonies, your hard battles and struggles that you thought you would never get through, and just in efforts to spread your story and share your story with others in hopes to support them and help them out along the way in life. So with that said, in life, we all go through many tests, either challenging us, twisting,
Mhm.
shoving, pushing us around pretty much until we can't go anymore, as we believe.
Right.
Which one of your life testimonies, as I know we have so many, do you feel is so important, like you were briefly talking about, to share with the world? And if you can kind of
Hmm.
talk a little bit about that.
Okay, that's not a problem. Um, so it started when I was 11 and a half years old. I was I was given to the shelter called Sanctuary by my father, my biological father. He put me in a shelter. He was having problems. His girlfriend at the time didn't like me. Um, so my dad had the ultimatum of choosing between me or uh, his other half. And sadly, he chose his other half. And that happens a lot too here. So I was placed in the shelter, and my dad promised he was going to come back the following weekend, but it didn't happen. Um, I was there for 3.5 months, and then my social worker decided that it's time to get the law involved because it's been too long. There's no contact. Being 11 and a half years old in the system and being alone was really hard for me. I was always terrified. I hid under my bed a lot. That's where I slept most of the time because that was my comfort. That was my safe zone. Anyways, fast forward. After so many attempts of trying to get a hold of my father and none at all, um, I found out that we were going to court. My caseworker took me into the room and told me, hey, we're going to court. And I just wanted to let you know that um, we're going to court for your dad. Your dad's going to be signing up his rights to you. And so we went to the court. My dad signed his rights. He just walked out. And then later, my mom signed up her rights. So I officially was deemed a ward of the state. And at the time, I didn't understand what that meant. But as I got older, it was explained that I technically have no mother, no father, and anything I wanted to do, I had to get the approval of the government, and that was really hard. So, I I fought through a lot of depression. I fought through suicide. It got the best of me a lot of the times, but with the help of Sanctuary, the social workers, CPS, I was able to overcome all of that. And I was able to fight through the depression. I stopped thinking about killing myself because I felt like no one wanted me, no one loved me. How come I'm in this shelter? Why is it kids are coming and going, but I'm still here? How come nobody loves me? Where's my parents? How come I'm not good enough to be with my family? How come these guys are coming and going and I'm here by myself? So from 11 and a half to 18 years old, I was in that shelter. And when I got older, when I was about 16 years old, it's finally snapped to me. It's like, hey, you know what? You're not going to go home for a while. You've been here since you were 11 and you're still here. Take advantage of everything that this shelter has to offer you. So I took advantage. I got to go off island. The beautiful director at the time, Sarah Thomas Nutterdog, she actually made me go off island with the approval, of course, of CPS. I went to Washington, D.C., and I got to represent Guam in the National Youth for Youth Conference. And it was my first time ever traveling. But you know what? The system did that. I was there. I followed the rules. I did what I should. And I went off island. I represented Guam at 16 years old in the States. That was an honor. And then from there, every opportunity that the government gave me, Safe Talk. I got Safe Talk certified and that was awesome, not only for me, but for everybody else. I was able to help. When somebody was going through something, I was able to help them because why? I got certified for Safe Talk. I got CPR training. I got ropes training. Like, where do you get that for free? The system was trying to build my profile so that when I go out into the workforce, I'm like, hey, I'm CPR certified, I'm Safe Talk certified, I have ropes training, I have job experience, because they also make us volunteer and do a lot of things. Like, hey, at the age of 18, by the time I was 18, I had a large volunteer profile, larger than some adults. And who could say that? I was able to do a lot. I could cook, I could clean, I could do so many things on my own. And where did I learn that? I learned that from Sanctuary. I learned that from the people who are in the government, who raised me. And without them, I don't think I would be where I am today. I don't think I would be alive. I think I would have either committed suicide, or I would have been a drunk, or an alkie, or all three, an alkie, a drunk, and some addicted to some other stuff. But I'm 26 years old. I have 2 beautiful kids. I do not smoke. I do not drink. I don't even vape. I've never touched the green stuff. And yet I'm still here. I'm still smiling with the day. I smile going to bed. I'm happy and I'm really grateful for everything that I have today, because what I went through, the abuse, whether it be physical, emotional, sexual, I went through it all, and I'm here today. I'm smiling. I'm happy. I'm happier than I've ever been. And the system did this to me. The system raised me. CPS their caseworkers, they may be slow, with the process, but that's not their fault. It's not their fault that there's so little of them. It's not their fault that they have to go through chains of commands that they have to wait too. You think that when I need something, they could just say, oh yeah, here. They can't do stuff like that. They have to go ask their boss, their supervisor. Their supervisor has boss to ask too. There's a system. And you know what? They need the support too. You think that they go unappreciated? They do. Like, people here on Guam hate CPS workers because they think they're not doing their job. But no, they are. They're just working so hard. They sacrifice so much. And they have families too. And yet, instead of taking care of their families, they're here helping you. So if you are watching and you're under the system and you have CPS caseworkers, be grateful to them, because they're putting their family, their time, and effort for you. They put everything aside for you. And you have to appreciate that, because without them, where would you be if they didn't have CPS or Sanctuary or DYA or the government to help with teens like what I went through? Where would you be? Really, where would you be? Would you be on the streets? Would you be bouncing house to house? I'm pretty sure you would. So appreciate your caseworkers. Appreciate the government that's working for you teenagers, because they're here for you. And you may not see it, trust me, because I was, if my caseworker is watching, I super duper appreciate you. I'm not going to mention names because, I don't want to put you out there, but just know that I appreciate you and I love you, and you did this. You made this happy person. Miss Voluptuous Pacific 2020-2021.
Yes. Oh my gosh, Kai, can we just take a breath right now?
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
This is a little emotional. I mean, I know I cut it and it's just, I just want people to know that, man, the system works.
Remember what I was telling you, and I was choking all nervous in the beginning as well, but remember that I wanted it to be, I want to try, and just for everybody that's here listening, tuning in, throw the script away again, Anita. I really wanted to provide a space for everybody that I was interviewing and just the guests coming in to really literally just speak your mind. I love the topics that I do, and everybody is so engaging with the topics. We're still going to do topics, but I just wanted to provide a space for you guys to have an opportunity to choose what you felt was important to say, what you feel is important for the people to know. So really quick, because that was just beautiful and amazing.
Oh my God.
Out the door.
I promised I wasn't gonna cry, but oh my God.
I just wanted to read the comments, because as you were talking, there was so much love going in. Alicia XOXO, she was showing love. You're so strong. Okay, don't judge me. Y'all know I'm learning Chamorro. Lahan Pontan. Ooh, correct me if I'm wrong. Bulag Benaiza, sis. The whole Pitbull is in here showing love. Thank you so much, everybody. Robert, keep doing you. Strong Chamorro woman. Yes. I just wanted to give a shout out to everybody in the comments, because we got Pitbull over there doing the community work, working with all these beautiful queens. Anita over there as well. Dominique is in here as well. GVI Vibes, is that you're working with them as well?
Oh, yes. Yes, I'm actually an ambassador for them. They're amazing. They are all about spreading kindness, and all the fundraisers they do, they give 100% proceeds to them. Right now, they're doing the sock drive. Sorry, I'm so sorry. And also the doggy treats. Treat your fur babies, and the proceeds go to Boonie Babies. I just got some too. I had some orders put in, and I can't wait to go get them tomorrow and drop them off to all the fur babies. They're super excited. I know it, because it looks yummy. I would want it, but it's not for me.
Yes, yes. Thank you, everybody on Guam. I just love seeing all the vibes with all the little nonprofits, all the small businesses, all the groups coming in, even just the people in here supporting. And this is why I'm doing what I'm doing in hopes to just spread the love and just spread the awareness that, you know, we do go through these things. We do go through challenges in life, but I want people to know that there's people out there
Mhm.
for them, and even if, you know, we're not the best ourselves, or it could be challenging and difficult, because I can get into a space as
Mhm.
well where I get overwhelmed and it feels difficult. But the thing is that we're showing
Mhm.
up. We're showing up and we're here. And Kai as well, before we move on to the next question, I just wanted to really just give you a big shout out for really just talking, right? Expressing yourself, reliving, you know, your past and your life testimonies. And I just want to appreciate you for shouting out, you know, just the resources, the sanctuary on Guam, DYA, the social workers, the case workers, for doing everything that they can. Because yes, it may look like they're not doing what they're supposed to do, but I loved how you explained
Mhm.
that they have a manager, they have a supervisor, they have a boss. They have to
Mhm.
go through this whole chain of command, and it's just so much process, but people are trying. So thank you so much.
Mhm. You're welcome.
Oh my God, girl, I'm already like, as you were talking, I felt like I was really feeling it. I was just like, woo. Um, So the next question is, and of course you shared a little bit right now, but how did you feel yourself as, you know, that little girl when you were going through with your dad and your parents and just everything?
Well, I I felt alone a lot. I felt abandoned. I felt unwanted. I felt like I was worthless. Everything. But the workers at Sanctuary, especially, they uh, they became family. They became my mom and my dad figures that I never had, and I don't think I would ever have. Um, they they showed me the positivity of everything. They they loved me like a daughter when they weren't supposed to really do that. But you know what? I was there for so long. You can't help it. You can't. You're only human. And after feeling so alone and so unloved and unwanted and worthless, um, I started to accept the caseworkers and the staff that were there with us 24/7. I started to accept them and their love and their support. And after I let everything bad go, I was able to move forward and I was starting to feel positive. Um, I was starting to smile more because before I wouldn't even smile. I would just go on my day like gloomy as hell. But after I finally accepted it, I was happy. I was always positive. Everybody was always there for me. Every time they saw me slipping, they would be like, "Hey, Kai, let's go do some arts and crafts. Let's go here. Let's go outside. Let's go volunteer, do something. You know, hey, you know what? I saw you like that Island Girl Power. Let's go to Island Girl Power this weekend. You know, let's go do some stuff." So yeah, I after some time, I finally felt good about myself. I started feeling positive. I started looking at the world better. Like the sun is shining now.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much, Kai, for that. And I just want to explain to everyone, and I've been talking to you behind the scenes in regards to this, but all the questions that I have, you know, come up with, I try my best to create the conversation to just be thought provoking, to provide questions that would give advice to not only ourselves, because I like re-listen to this
Mm-hmm.
all the time, and you know, critique my way in the most positive way possible for growth, as well as for everybody listening out there, right? So just so that we can be in a space of, I was telling the girls that I was talking to and the guys as well, I was like, I want people to feel the emotion. Like, I need us to like connect, like,
I feel the emotion. I mean, I'm trying not to cry here.
I know, I know. Even when you were talking earlier, I was feeling a little like woozy. I thought that was weird because, but I also feel like, I don't know, maybe like, like the vibes is just really connecting. But thank you so much for your response. And to follow up with the next question, how what did you do to overcome, and I think you kind of answered this a little bit, but just a little bit more, what did you do to just overcome kind of like everything that you went through? And I know we all still it's a lifetime of working at it, but what helped you
Mhm.
through everything that you've been through?
Truthfully, truthfully, it's like I was seeing a psychologist. I would go there once a week, and at the beginning, it was more of a sit and stare kind of thing, because I had so many walls up, and I was like, I always thought I sat at my psychologist's chair, and we looked at each other, and he said, "Hey, we could sit here for the whole hour. I got this. I'm getting paid for this, and you could." And we did it for about a month. All I did every week when I went there is just sit there and stare at him with the meanest RBF I could give as a little teen. Because, like, why am I going to open up to you? You're a complete stranger. I don't know you. Why do you need to know my story? But you know what? It was court ordered. So, of course, I had to be there. And I was really stubborn and really built with walls. So, after a while, I finally decided, you know what? If we're going to sit here, we might as well talk. So I started opening up, and I started, he would ask me little questions, and I would respond. And then I got this quote from him, because he loves books. If you go into his office, I mean, I'm not going to mention his name either, but he has a lot of books in his office, and he loves quotes. I don't remember who the quote was from, but there's this quote that he read to me that stuck. And every time I'm in a hole, I just remember that quote. And the quote was, "To see better days, you must first get through the nights." And that quote right there got me. And every time I'm like, "Oh, I can't do it. My bills are due," or something bad happened, I'm like, you know what? It's okay. Because in order for me to see the sun shine again, I have to get through this darkness. And with that kind of positivity and drive, I get through it. There's so many things I've gone through that quote has helped me with, whether it be emotional or as a teen, or emotional as an adult. I got through it because of the quote. And I'm really grateful for that quote. And the psychologist, he worked wonders. He did what he had to do, and he helped me. And he took all that time, even after the government released me. So that meant that they wouldn't be paying for my sessions anymore. Sorry, I'm just gonna move this real quick. That meant they weren't going to be paying for my sessions anymore. He offered free sessions, and I was in awe, because why would this guy want to help me? Like, why? And he told me that, "You've been coming here since you were 12 years old, and I know your story, and I want to continue helping you." So he stayed, and he helped me all the way until I was 19 years old, and then I decided that that's it. I'm done. I want to start living my life now. Sorry, I'm in the car.
Yes, no, you're all good. Guys, we are riding around live on Guam right now. Kai, thank you for taking us around the island with you. um, so these are going to be one of the moments, guys, where Kai is going to do edit part.
Oh my god.
Can you look at so one of the parts, so just for everybody tuning in, this interview is going to be uploaded to alternate platforms, and I'm trying my best to make it look like it was recorded, although we're going to go with the flow and we're going to work with what we got. But Kai, these are one of the moments. Can you look into the camera and can you like say like the dear young people and then share your quote?
Okay. To see better days, you must first get through the nights.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. I just wanted to get that clip out there so that way I could put it in.
Mhm.
Editing, it's so weird, guys. And I'm nervous too. This is like the first time that I'm doing this and like all the editing and stuff. So thank you so much, Kai. I appreciate the response. And just again, wanting to hold space for anybody that is just coming in. I just wanted to hold space to thank you so much for, again, just bringing up your life testimonies and your experiences and your advice that you have. Um, and with that being said, to close off that portion, and for anybody that's just joining in, please utilize the question box for Kai. I already see a bunch of questions coming in. I love it. We are going to address the questions towards the end of the interview, so that way we can give Kai a little bit more space to talk. But and then also share the live, guys. If you guys can share, please push a butt, get this story out to as much people as possible. I can already see all the hearts, all the comments, all the questions. I love it. I already see her story is impacting me. It's been had impacting me since we've been conversating. Um, so thank you very much. And moving forward to the next question, how is life now after, um, you got out of the state and you're doing things on your own? How is everything for you now? And how are you just kind of getting by?
Well, now life is not perfect. Everybody knows that, but it's better than it would have been if I didn't stay positive. So right now I'm a title holder for an international pageant. Um, I'm going to be competing in Nashville, Tennessee next year. Um, I work for I have two jobs and I love both my jobs dearly. They pay the bills and I enjoy them both so much. I have two kids. They can be a headache, but I love them. I am married. I'm happily married. Um, my life is not perfect, but it is 10 times better than what it would have been if I didn't follow the right path.
Yes. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And again, for everyone coming in, you guys are going to continuously hear me like saying and reminding all the questions, all the things that we talk about. We try to get everybody to start thinking in regards to, anything that they may have been going through, anything that they see that other people may have been going through, just to share. And what I did right now was Kai just shared what she went through in the past, like her most important story that she feels she needs to share, how she felt going through that, and what it is like now. So when we have other people listening in on this, they're going to see all those things that we went through, going through those times, and then climbing out of that in hopes that they can take this interview and they can utilize it towards social change, people. Let's go. Kai, you're hyping me up over
Yes.
here. Kai, calm down.
Calm down. You got this.
So going forward, again, thank you so much. The next question, it's important for us to support each other in order to progress and to be a better society from the ones before us and for the ones coming after us. If you could give some advice to the people who may be going through what you have gone through or who are currently going through it as well, what would you say to them?
Wow, there's a lot I would say because you can't really say just one
Yep.
thing to somebody who went through what I went through. But I would say that you just need to hold on. it's a crazy ride. I know you feel alone. I know you feel like the world doesn't need you. I know you feel that um there's nothing more you could live for, but that's not true. I felt that way. I felt that, what do I need to live for? I'm like 12. Who needs a 12-year-old in their life? Who wants me? My parents don't want me, so why would anybody else want me? I know what you're going through. I feel you. You don't even understand how much I know what you went through. I'm speaking to you. I'm speaking as if I'm talking to somebody, because if that person is watching or is going to watch, I want them to know that life is a bitch, and you are beautiful, whether you are a boy or a girl, a man or a woman, and everybody needs you. People need you. Somebody needs you. If I took my own life at a young age, I wouldn't have had my kids. My kids would never have been born. The lives that I touched, the people that I've helped change, they wouldn't be here either, because I took my own life. Because I felt worthless. Because I felt like I wasn't loved. Because I felt like I wasn't enough. And if you feel like the world is crashing on you, and you feel like you have nowhere else to turn, and you feel like there's nothing more for you to live for, remember that somebody does love you. I love you. I don't know you. I wouldn't know you, but I do love you, because everybody needs love. And if you need someone to talk to, message me. My Instagram is here. If you need somebody to understand where you came from, just to be quiet and listen, I'll be here for you, because I know what it feels like to be alone. I know what it feels like to feel unloved and unwanted. And I know what it feels like to feel like you just want to die. Because I felt that when I was younger. And if I could get through all of that alone, or not alone, I'm sorry, with the government, if I went through all of that as a young person, you can too. You could do it. Your future is never set. You think you're going to grow up to be like your parents, a druggie, an alkie, a criminal, a bad parent? Don't think that way, because I'm not an alcoholic. My father is. I'm not into cigarettes, but my mom loves cigarettes. I don't drink alcohol. If you know any of my friends or people I associate with, they know I don't drink alcohol. I don't do anything that is like that. And yet I'm still able to smile. I'm still able to enjoy myself. I'm still able to go on with life and be happy, because I think positive. I think that, you know what? God gave me this day, and there's a lot to be grateful for. He gave me today. He gave me my kids. He gave me my life. He gave me the air I'm breathing. So breathe, hang in there. I know once you turn 18, the world isn't going to be great still. You have to work for it. If you want a good life, work for it. If you want to be happy, work for it. Everything you want, you have to work for it. You can't just sit there and let the government hand you out things. You can't. You have to work for everything. You need to work for it. You want a better life? Work. You want to get out of the system? Do everything you can to get out of the system. If you want a car so that you can get yourself to work, what do you have to do? Work for it. You can do it. If I could do it, and I started literally from scratch, you could do it too. I believe in you. You better believe in you, because I'm still going to believe in you even if you don't. I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna take a second, yes, because I've been like trying to breathe as well, and the comments are just going off while we're breathing.
I know, I'm seeing
we
it.
have like 17 minutes as far as time, just because I want to give space for the rest of the questions, which we're almost done, and then our questions over here as well. but the comments are going off, and I just wanted to shout out really quick Jan425 Marie. Lovely. I'm not gonna put anything out there as far as like what you're going through or any of the case like that, but she did share, Kai, that you were speaking to her when you were saying, you know, I love you, or whoever this is to out here, and she shared that. And I just want to say, Jan, I appreciate you joining in, and I hope that this helped you in any sort of way. Like I know that it will help you, because I know that we're all kind of like having a rough time, and you know, the pandemic, and we're just trying to go like business per usual, and everything's so new. Again, shouting out Pitbull Empire. I love you guys in the comments. Anita as well. I'm not crying, Anita. You are.
Oh, no, you are. See it.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I didn't wear mascara.
I know, but Kai, my brain is just going off the chain right now, because this whole interview, I literally have a list, and it's sad to say, of literally hundreds of kids, young adults, parents who can take away from this interview. And then if I share it with the little social workers I know, just all the people that they know, and it's just, thank you. So,
We got this.
yes.
We got this, Guam.
We got this, Guam. We have about 15 minutes left, so I'm going to go on with the rest of the questions so we can get into the questions in the comments and close everything out. But speaking from your younger self when you were in the system and when you're a part of the state, as that 12-year-old, correct? As that 12-year-old girl, if you could tell the world some advice in relation to what you went through, which you did beautifully doing it right now, but just as a kid, right? You think like the social workers are not working. I'm not, you know, this, I'm not that. There's community partners out there that can do their part and connect in some way or another. As that younger person, like what kind of advice would you tell the world? And if you could start by saying dear world, because you know your girl gonna edit this.
What would I tell the world as a 12-year-old me at that time would be, dear world, be patient with us young ones, because we may be rebellious and we may not understand, but we need the love, we need the support, we need the kindness, and more love and love and love, because what we go through and what we feel is not what a regular adult would feel. We don't know what it feels like. We want to know what the love feels like, what a parent feels like, what a hug feels like, because some of us don't even know what a hug felt like. And just grow to love us and be patient no matter our age. And if you have a chance to adopt one of us, well, we're only 12 or 13, please do it, because they only want, a lot of the times they just want babies or little ones that they can shape to their own. But us, the 12-year-olds, 11-year-olds, 10-year-olds, even 16-year-olds need a loving family as well. Not only the babies, but also the older ones. And grow to love us as your own, appreciate, and in the end, when we get older, I promise the world that we're gonna take care of you. If a parent adopts you, or a social worker, or somebody takes care of you as a teen, when they get older, they're gonna take care of you too. They're gonna be there and support you too.
Okay. Who is cutting onions? I agree, Pitbull. Who's cutting the dang onions? Excuse me, guys. I'm always like, I try to be just a little bit energetic and make it a little humorous. I understand the seriousness of the topics at hand, but at the same token, I kind of want to be a part of I want to be a part of breaking the stigma of making these topics so serious to talk about, to the point where we don't talk about them at all. And so for everyone just tuning in, again, thank you guys so much for dropping the love. I appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. Um,
You got this. I believe in you.
I,
You got this. Breathe.
I'm like so lost for words, Kai. And we have like 12 minutes, but before we go on, you saying, asking people out there to adopt kids, there's a lot of kids out there that are in the system. And a lot of the times, especially during 2020, I ask myself, like, what would the future look like? How is the future doing right now? Will I even want to have kids in the future? I want to have kids. I love kids. I want to have like so many kids, you know, I want to have so many grandbabies. But it's like, okay, hold on. Instead of like bringing someone into the world, I want to adopt. And one of the reasons why I do what I do, Kai, a lot of the opening thing that I say to people when they ask me why I want to work so much in social working or in something like DYA in foster systems is the exact reason that you said. A lot of people like to go get babies. They like to adopt babies, which is nothing bad about that. That's everybody's preference. But we need everybody to understand that the teenagers, and this is why I say, to the teenagers, but not limited to everybody. They need support too. They need love too. They're super hard and they try to put up these walls. But could you imagine the reasoning why they put up those walls? So Jan,
Everything they want.
it is October 6th, 8:49 p.m. Jan, and you can hold this to me that wherever we go, Kai is going with us. Hubby, baby's in the back, Pitbull, let's go. Everybody in the comments, Anita. So yeah, before we run out of time, go. Just thank you so much. Script is out, Anita. I did the same thing with the like. Script is out. Like we're throwing things now, and it's just like. So drum roll to the final question before we get into the question box and end everything. The reason why I love to do these interviews is so that I can reach out to the young people, not limited to any age, but specifically the young people. I think that the young people are the ones that need the support and they need the help the most. They are entering into our adults who are going to be our next doctors, our next lawyers, our next police people, our next fairy godmother, whatever it is you want to be, king and queens out there. So Kai, if you could tell your teenage self one thing, what would that be?
Hold on, Kai. Your future is amazing, and your future is filled with so much people that love you, and you will create families that you don't even know about that exist yet. So hold on, Kai. The world is coming to you.
Yes, short and simple. Thank you very much. Hold on. Keep holding on. And to everybody listening out there, again, I hope everybody utilizes this interview as something that they can reflect on their lives. And I saw a comment earlier, which I thought was very important to share as well. They were talking about addressing our issues, but as well moving on and going forward. I love that. I think that that's amazing. And, you know, we don't want the things in our past to hold us back. I want to say a big thank you to everyone again for coming on to testimony interviews, giving us something to document and sharing the hopes of the social progress effect. I'm so grateful to Kai, Anita for getting this started and getting this going, Pitbull Empire Guam for getting this going, all the queens that are coming on and will continue to come on. Thank you guys so much for holding conversation in regards to mental health, life advice, life testimony. So thank you, thank you. And should we jump into these questions, Kai?
Do this. I'm ready.
All right. So we got some questions going on up in here. Boom, boom, boom. Anita with the questions. Yes, lovely. What motivates you in the morning to just get up and live life? Great question.
Okay, what motivates me to get up in the morning is my kids. They wake up before me, so they're like, Mommy, I'm hungry. But yeah, my kids, my family, they're the ones that motivate me to wake up in the morning and start it out with tea, not coffee, tea. And have a great day. They're the first people I see in the morning, so they help me move on with my day and smile.
Yes, yes, thank you. I love that response. Do you have any advice to give somebody who doesn't have kids and who is single?
Yes, I would say that your motivation should be yourself, because nothing is more powerful than yourself, and you shouldn't love anyone more than you love yourself. So be yourself to wake up. Be your positive to wake up to yourself. Be happy and be positive. Be kind
Yes, Anita,
to yourself.
Chelsea, Anita, Chelsea, to yourself, Jan, everybody, and anybody.
Hmm.
Anita, is there anything you should let go? You should have let go on. Oh, is there anything you should have let go of long time ago, but are still holding on to? Great question.
No, I am not holding on to anything at all. Um, I mentioned that I was physically, emotionally, and sexually abused, and I'm not mad. I'm not holding it against anybody. The people who did it to me, I looked them straight in the eye and I told them, I forgive you. I forgive you for me. I don't forgive you for you. I forgive you for my sanity and my sake and my health. And I'm not going to let what you did to me affect me as a person. I'm going to live my life and I'm going to leave you in the past. And I forgive you. So, no, I'm not holding on to anything. That's why I'm able to sit here and smile with the brightest smile I can, because I did not let what happened to me affect me. I did not let what happened to me make me a bad person. I let it build me. I let it become something I look at. Like, hey, I came from you did this to me, but you also made me stronger as a person. So in a way, I thank them, because without the experience of that, all that and everything, I wouldn't be as strong as I am today and going through what I went through. So I'm not holding anything back. I let go everything and I left it in the past. The past is the past. Let it be.
Kai, we have 5 minutes, but really quick, I just wanted to say that as I'm 29 years old, there's still some things that happened to me in the past that I can't identify if I'm holding on to it or if I'm trying to understand it. I am at the point where I'm telling myself that there's some things that I'm not going to understand and I just have to accept. So I guess maybe I'm not holding
Hmm.
on to things. I just haven't fully accepted yet, maybe. I just wanted to say.
Probably. Yeah. You're probably still in denial about it and you don't even know it. Because I went through that for a while. I denied it and I denied it. And then when I finally had somebody slap reality on me, I was like, oh yeah, I'm in denial. But then when I found out that I was in denial, I was able to work at it and work at it. It was hard, but I got it.
Yes, yes. I just wanted to say that out loud. Alicia underscore XOXOX. I have experience being in the system. Makes me feel happy that I am not alone who experienced this. Thank you for that
Awesome,
response,
Alicia.
Alicia.
And I bet you have such a good life now compared to what it could have been.
Yes, yes. Anita Rubber with the questions. I love it. Kai, what were you doing when you felt the most passionate and alive?
What was I doing when I felt the most passionate and alive? Um, Actually, that happened recently. Crazy, I know. I had an experience that made me feel the most passionate and alive. Was I'm not gonna mention any names, but I actually carried a baby of my own blood, and I blessed a family that was unable to make babies for themselves. So that was when I felt most passionate and alive, because what better feeling than to give a gift that is ungivable. I was able to bless a beautiful couple with a beautiful baby, and I felt so passionate and loved, and I helped create a family for another family, and it was so beautiful, and it made me feel alive when I did it, because it's when you see the reactions that I saw, when you feel the love that I felt coming from that couple to that baby that I provided, that I used my body to carry and make for them, the feeling is undescribable. The feeling is, it gets to you in the insides, and it makes you feel like there's just no words for what I felt. But I felt, that's when I felt the most passion and the most love and the most alive, was when I was able to bless a beautiful couple with a beautiful baby.
Thank you. Thank you. Great question, Anita. Great response, Kai. We have 3 minutes, and I continuously keep repeating the time because Instagram will literally cut us off. Rude, Instagram. After 60 minutes. So the next question is from Robert565. Do you think the shelter helped you become the person you are today?
Yes, 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 Robert. It did. Sanctuary Incorporated, yes, they helped me become who I am. They built me. They broke me down too, but they built me back up to be a better person. They only broke me so that I can break my old habits and everything. But other than that, they helped me become a good, positive role model and a good citizen. I volunteer a lot and I give back to the community because they are the community and they raised me and they helped me. So I give back by volunteering, doing cleanups, doing food drives, whatever I can to give back to the community. I do it because Sanctuary, the shelter, it helped. It raised me and it made me an amazing person today.
Yes. Thank you for the question again, Robert, and the response, Kai. 2 minutes, and I want to give time to let everybody know if you want to share your platforms. But Pitbull671, who, what, when, where, why, and how do you strive today for a better you, and who helps you succeed?
Who, what, where, when, why, and how do you strive today for a better you, and who helps you succeed? The people who help me succeed is my family, my kids, and of course, I know that I mentioned about my family, but the most active people in my life aren't really my family, my blood family. They're actually my, how would you say, adopted family. The Empire, they took me in. They loved me too, like their own, and they helped me build the confidence that I have today with makeup and hair and my body positivity and everything. So how do you strive? Sorry guys, I'm still choked up. How do you strive today for a better you? I strive by doing everything I can to stay positive, stay happy, and go out into the community and do everything I can to help those in need. And yeah, sorry, I'm still choked up a little
Me
bit.
too. And this is the reason why I was like, okay, I think that we should do Zooms or something instead of the live because the time is limited and it's just, it's a lot of different stuff. But at the same time, a lot of people have been telling me that it's a really great thing because they get to connect with us as well in the comments. So, the real McQuinn, I'm not going to forget about you, my man. He said, what it do, baby? um, Kai. I'm not going to rush it, but I know the timer is going to come on any second. I just want to take a second to
Oh
breathe
my god,
with
I'm
you.
sorry.
It's okay. Everybody in the comments, let's breathe before we end this interview right here. Can you let us know what's next for you? Can we find you on social? What's to expect? How can we support you with anything that you're doing in the community, within yourself?
So what's next for me
29
is
seconds.
I will be competing. I'll be competing in Tennessee, and you guys can help me out by doing what you can for the community. Donate as much as you can, give as much as you can. We're going to be doing food drives for the homeless shelters, for the foster teens. We're going to be doing a lot of that. We're going to be doing candy drive, I believe.